We need a new human story. And it's all about sufficiency rather than more all of the time. It's about community. It's about cooperation and collaboration. And it's about caring for all life. If this was a scientific and technological challenge, I wouldn't be standing here today. I'm a scientist and an engineer. If this was all about science and technology, it would have been solved already. This is about values. And we're going to need all the liberal arts. We're going to need the arts and the humanities and the faith-based community to help us to establish the values that will allow us to move in the right direction. You know the golden rule that we all talk about? Well, now we need to apply that golden rule not only to ourselves in this current generation, but to all unborn humans and to other species on this earth. And I've been so moved by the faith-based communities over the last 10 years and focusing on the stewardship of God's resources on the earth. It's what I believe in very strongly. And so, we need to do that to create a sustainable economy. Can we do this? The answer is yes, because we must. Necessity is the mother of invention. And guess what? Businesses are out there doing it. DuPont has reduced their greenhouse gases by 72% over 1990 levels, while they increased production by 40%, and they're saving $4 billion. Okay? And so people are saying that the clean green economy is the only way to provide the jobs that we need and to lift as many people out of poverty as possible. Next, please. So, what if higher education were taking a leadership role? Well, first, it would act as a model of integrated social, biological, and economic sustainability on the campus and within the local community. We sometimes think that the operations are separate from what we learn in the classroom and are separate from what we do with the local community, when in fact what we know is that they're all fully integrated. Students learn from everything around them, everything they do, everyone they see, and so how the university or the college operates, teaches, does research, works with the local community, has to be fully integrated, because that's the way we fully integrate ourselves into society. So what would it look like if we were doing so? Well, first of all, the context of education would be that we would be learning interdisciplinary systemic thinking, no matter what the major is. I'm not worried about having more sustainability specialists. What I want to see in society is more economists and engineers and humanists and lawyers and public health officials who understand sustainability principles so that they can make and do the things we need in society, but do it in a way that provides the greatest opportunity for as many people as possible. Secondly, we need to make sure that interdisciplinary systems thinking is a part of all of our education. How do we connect the dots? We learn in silos. You know, the Judeo-Christian story of creation is that God created the heaven and earth in 6 days, and on the seventh day he rested. Well, that's really not true. You see, first he or she created the physics department, the chemistry department, the economics department, and they act as if they will still go on even after the earth is gone. But really, that compartmentalization, without understanding the system's impact, there's nothing wrong with specialization, but it needs to be connected to the larger context of what we do in society. That's why a good liberal arts education, I'm talking to somebody who has 2 degrees in engineering, a good liberal arts education has to produce this kind of value-based, interdisciplinary, systemic thinking. The third thing is we know that the social psychologists tell us that we retain 80% of what we do and only 10 to 20% of what we read or hear. So learning by doing, inquiry-based learning, applying that on the campus, service learning in the local communities are the strongest and most effective ways for us to continue to learn and retain that over the long haul. And then finally, we have to practice what we preach. If we are not operating in a transparent and sustainable manner, how do we expect the students that are coming out of our institutions to be able to do that?